Hey guys, it's Nina
and Ashley back with the bullshit.
And this is the Young and Gettin It podcast.
Woo.
Episode 4.
Post Thanksgiving,
Man.
post Black Friday,
Man.
post I ate too much,
Post gained 4 pounds.
post I can't find my abs.
Right. Post I spent too much money.
I checked myself.
I was super reckless.
Niggas paid me on Thanksgiving.
Man. Ashley was like, I got paid. And I was like, did I get paid? And I was like, nigga.
Push
I
that
got
through
paid.
real quick. Come through for a real one.
You know, the shout out to all y'all that got that early Thanksgiving check.
Mm-hmm.
And shout
being
out to
thankful.
Shout out to y'all that didn't have to work on Friday.
Right.
Because I sure did go to work. That was not cool.
I told my manager on Tuesday I didn't want to work for the rest of the week. And she
Man.
actually honored it.
That's good.
I was shocked. But a bitch also did work 11 hours on Monday.
Right.
So
I just want a bigger paycheck. Because I usually only work 3 hours on Friday because of school. So this I worked a full shift. So I was like, money. But I mean, Thanksgiving was cool. Ate way too much. Mm-hmm. My cousins are in town. Everybody's cousins are in town.
My cousins left this morning.
Oh, they already left?
Yeah. I didn't even get to see them like this morning because they left at like 6 a.m.
Dang.
A bitch was knocked.
Yeah, my cousins leave on, oh yeah, you guys were taping this on Saturday. You know, you guys are going to hear it on Monday, but this is real post Thanksgiving, post Black Friday. My cousins are leaving tomorrow right after church. You know, everyone heads back after Sunday mass or whatever. But it was super fun. Like, my Thanksgiving is different just because I'm Nigerian. So it's like a mix of Nigerian food and then just a little bit of Thanksgiving food. So there's a turkey, there's a ham, and then it's rice, stew, moi moi, which is fire. And we still have moi moi. I can't wait. I can't wait to share that with my friends.
I just had a whole bunch of traditional, quote, Thanksgiving food, the white man's day.
No, that was a black meal right there.
It was a black ass meal, but it was bomb. Nina came over to my house, enjoyed my family, who are crazy as fuck.
Man.
Like we laughed so much collectively
so
as a family. Like, they made fun of me. It happens. Everyone gets made fun of. It's just how it goes. You eat a lot. Funny. Like, we had so much food, and then dessert was crazy.
My God.
So I made chocolate covered strawberries. I made some chocolate candies that I usually make just because. There were cookies. There was sweet potato pie, of course. There was pumpkin pie. I don't know who the fuck ate that because I'm not white. I don't. There was German chocolate cake for my dad. We had 3 cheesecakes.
Man, definitely ate that.
There was brownies. There was
God, I didn't get that.
Literally everything.
And then Ashley made a freaking conconcoction of drastic measures.
Everybody turned up.
I had 3 cups while Ashley was on her first, and she made it.
And you know what's funny? My mom was like, nobody's gonna drink all that. I was like, Mom,
gone.
Trust me.
Gone.
Trust me.
I remember seeing all the berries at the bottom just sitting.
And it's funny, everybody's like, who made this? And then they say Ashley, and they're like, oh, okay.
Like, you know when you sip a drink and then your neck just jerk back and you have to just look at your drink like, what happened? Like, that's exactly what my reaction was when I drank that, because she put vodka and champagne and a whole bunch of fruits and zests.
I like put orange zest, lime zest. I put orange juice, like fresh squeezed orange juice in there. I put cranberry juice, ginger ale, a Perrier water, help like thin it out a little bit. Yeah, like, because when you look up drinks online, like when they tell you to make them, they usually be like, put a little bit of water in there. I put literally 1 bottle of Perrier because we're not trying to drink water over here.
Right.
And there was a whole bottle of vodka in there.
It was perfect because I was so full because I had already ate at my house. My family ate so early and then ate at your house. So it's like, if I had not eaten all that I eaten, I would have been just drunk. But I was actually pretty buzzed and my stomach didn't hurt the next day, thank God. But it was just like, I know, right? Delicioso. And then I took 1 shot.
I took 1 shot because I'm not crazy. You don't even take shots of Hennessy, and I was like, you know what, I'll do it for my cousin because she wants to take a shot and I'm not taking a shot of fucking Patron. So I took a shot of Hennessy. It burned, but
it burned my soul. I feel like if I took Patron, I would have been drunk. That's why I didn't do it.
If I took Patron, I would have threw up.
Yeah, it just didn't feel even the Hennessy.
That shit's too sharp.
The Hennessy blew up. It just was like boom when it hit my stomach, and I was like, oh no. And your cousins was trying to have a steak more. I was like, no,
can't do it.
But then Black Friday, so I was too tired to go out that night.
Shmoney.
Remember, I was gonna go out that night, but I was too tired, so I was like, nah, I just went to sleep, and I was like, I'll get what I get the next day because it was just not cool. But y'all, okay, so I don't know if you guys noticed, but a lot of girls, maybe black girls, I just see a lot of girls with Michael Kors. I've never had
every woman really.
Okay,
but now Louis been blowing up. I'm like, how y'all used your refund check last year to get this Louis? Because I know y'all can't afford no $3,000 bag just because.
And I've never had that affinity to like. I've never had an affinity to really expensive stuff just because I think it's a waste. Like that's just how I am. It's like just too wasteful.
Purse.
And I told Ashley I only buy things when they're on sale. Like it has to be on sale. It can be expensive. It just needs to be on sale. And freaking Michael Kors, their purses and wallets were 80 to 90% off yesterday. Why did I come home with 2 Michael Kors purses?
I need to look online on Cyber Monday. My mom has wanted a purse from there for years.
I'm not even a Michael Kors fan, but the purses I got are too fresh, like too dummy fresh. Like I don't even know. I'm not even gonna wear them. Like where am I gonna go with them? Like, and one is white, so I'm never gonna wear it. I'm literally. It's gonna have to be an event for me to bring that purse out.
That's why I only have one. I bought a Michael Kors as a congratulatory gift when I got the job that I have now, and as a birthday gift. So I bought myself a purse and a wallet. The wallet I definitely use, but the purse, like, it literally just sits in my room.
Yeah, mine's gonna sit at the top of my ledge because I'm about to move, so I'm actually gonna decorate my next place because I didn't like the place I was living at. I'm gonna like actually decorate and put all my wallets and purses and all my stuff up top and like hang my jewelry and stuff. But yeah, but just so I can tell y'all the discount, the purse was on sale for $591 on sale, which means the original price was over $600.
Who does that?
It was on sale for $591. Why did I get it for $125? Moment of silence. Okay,
Amen.
So man, y'all,
bless the purse gods.
Blessed. And I did get a watch too because it's funny because I actually went to that store specifically to get a watch, and I ended up with a watch and 2 purses.
Yep, that's how they get you.
And I was one of those people walking around the mall with 50 bags in their hands, but it was a good in line. I was literally doing bicep curls because my arms were it was so heavy what I was holding. I was just doing bicep curls because I was like,
and everybody was probably looking at you crazy like,
they were looking at me crazy like she bought a lot of stuff because I went to Champs first, and then I went to Pink because they had that sale, and then I went to Michael Kors. That was a good day.
Yeah,
that was
I only bought a bra because I needed it.
Yeah, bras are necessary.
I bought grandma panties because I don't own any.
Period panties.
Yeah, I had to get some of those.
Yeah, I mean it's just Victoria's Secret has just their underwear is just.
I got a free tote bag because I spent $75. Yeah, but I'm probably gonna give it to my mom.
And if you guys get coupons at Victoria's Secret, they really do be using two at once because I got 20% off and I got a free panty.
Yeah,
they
use both coupons. That shit.
Yeah, it really, and it was at Pink. It wasn't even at Victoria's Secret, which was good. I was afraid that they were gonna do some weird stuff there. But yeah,
so I hope y'all didn't spend all your money on Black Friday. I hope you saved some of it.
Please save your money. Don't use me as an example because the watch I was looking at, I've been looking at for a year. Like Ashley's literally.
Our rule is like 3 months of looking at it,
right,
and then you buy,
right,
because you have to make sure that decision's going to help you, help you or harm you,
right?
Is it going to add to your happiness, or are you gonna buy it and be like, oh shit, I shouldn't have bought this? Like,
exactly.
Do you have means set up to like hold it together,
Yeah, did you pay off your credit cards? And it's like I actually bought it right when my credit cards were paid off. Like, are your credit cards paid off? Are your savings right for what you need to get next, and blah blah blah? Like, your savings needs to be lit. So it's like, be very responsible with it because I'm sure people were very irresponsible.
Because I definitely paid all of my bills when I got paid Thursday, and then on Friday I was like, okay, I could spend a little bit of money because I have money left over.
Right.
And I definitely transferred money to my savings account. So those are like always the steps that I take before I buy something is I pay my bills, I put money in my savings account, and then I see how much I have left over. I calculate all my expenses for the rest of the month, and then I decide if I'm going to buy something. Like, I don't really just buy stuff spur of the moment because I want it.
That's not good. And while we're talking about finance, it's pretty good because our discussion today is about finance.
Yeah, we got to help y'all with the shmoney because it's real important.
So I'm getting my master's in finance right now, but I'm about to finish my first semester, which means I don't know anything. So like, I know a little bit, but it's like, the more I learn, the more I'll tell. So we're going to have probably multiple money episodes, but today we're just going to cover the basics because I know a lot of us do know the basics, but there are people out there that just didn't have the foundation to learn those basics. And we want to be able to help out a little bit because we do live in a society that tells you to purchase and look better than the next person, look better, and have more than the next person. We want you to be able to be stylish, Fashion Nova, and we want you to be able to like save your money at the same time and not just blow it, because you have to realize that the rich people out there aren't spending their money on stuff. They're using
they live broke.
They're using the money that they are getting from their assets and spending that. They're not even spending their actual income, because they have so many assets. If you guys know, if you own houses and you rent them out that's money. Like,
and
you know,
tax write-off.
Yeah,
bro.
oh yeah. You know, my mom actually wants to buy a house for a tax write-off.
Yep.
And so it's like, we're in the stage where it's like we don't have all these assets, so it's like we're not making money off of our assets. We're literally coming out of pockets. We don't expect you guys to be in the place of like, oh, I own a house, let me make money. But we want you guys to be in the place where you could save the money for the house, and then, you know, my goal is to actually buy a house and not even live in it and just rent it out. And you guys might want to do the same thing. So let's start with savings accounts, like we were just talking about. The really cool thing is, me and Ashley were looking for savings accounts that had the highest yield, and
your bank's been ripping you off,
basically.
Just so you know,
if you guys notice, when your savings account, every once in a while you'll just gain a penny.
You'll gain 3 cents.
Yeah, I might gain a penny. I'm like, what is this?
It's because, you know, if, like, say you have $4,000 in your savings account. I know a lot of y'all might not right now, whatever. You have $4,000 in your savings account. For most banks, the average is 0.12% interest, per month on whatever you have in your savings account. So if your interest rate is like 0.01, you're only gaining 4 cents off of that $4,000.
Right.
That's a ripoff. Like, your money literally is barely growing in that savings account. So we've been looking up high yield savings accounts, and one of the ones we came up on is Synchrony Bank, and theirs is like 1.4%. I'm about to double check for y'all right now. It's 1.3%.
Right.
So that is actually a considerable amount of money on your $4,000. So on your $4,000, you'd be gaining actually $4 and some change. It wouldn't be 4 cents. Right.
$4 and some change. And it's like, that builds over time. Remember that. I know it's really hard when you don't have money to not pull out your savings account, but we're 25, and if you guys are in our age range, you guys are falling into the range where you do need to start forcing yourself to live broke and do not pull from your savings account, because me and Ashley have both been in situations where our savings account has saved us because we didn't touch it. So we know it's hard, and we understand, and we've definitely lived the lives where we pulled out of our savings account
every week.
Yeah, in college, you know, we definitely did it all the time. And so it's like, we just want to move into the era of like, you know, I know you want to show your money and this and that, but make sure your savings account is popping, because that savings account is going to save you.
Yes.
You know,
low key why it's called savings.
Exactly.
Besides the fact that you're not supposed to spend your savings.
You're not supposed to spend it.
And so one thing I do know that like people get upset about when they're broke is like people telling them to save money. Like Nina said, we have been there, but there are a few small things that you can do to save money. So I have gotten one of those Target cards, but I didn't get the credit card. I got the debit card because it has the same benefits as the credit card, but it comes directly at your bank account. And yes, the percent of money you save is very minimal, but my motto is any savings is savings.
Yeah.
It's still money you could have been spending, but it's still in your pocket.
Yeah.
And then another few helpful tips that I have for saving money. So when I was in college and I would get my refund check for like that quarter or whatever, I would go buy all the toiletries that I needed. Even if I already had some, and I still do this now, like I like hoard. I get a whole bunch of everything that I need, and then I save it, and then when it's like I'm broke and I don't have the money to buy it, I already have what I need. So I don't have to worry about going out and getting it.
Like, prepare yourself for the future, because the future is coming.
Yeah.
God willing, you know.
Oh yes. Time don't stop for nobody.
So I mean, back to that savings account, just know that that is the highest yield in the market right now, and we did research on it. So if you look up Synchrony Bank, it is online, so you'll be depositing your money online and you will be withdrawing online, but you're going to get the highest return. Plus, if it's put away, you have a less chance of touching it.
Exactly.
And it kind of as Ashley was talking about, she got the Target debit card, not the credit card. It's another reason why you don't want to get a credit card is because it's an inquiry. An inquiry is basically a notch on your credit score.
So they just like look into your credit score and they check to see what it is. And when they check to see what your credit is, it could be for anything. Like I guess the credit bureau doesn't know. So like, or what, like, how does it work? Because they're always like, oh well, like inquiry, it doesn't matter what it is. Like,
yeah, it has to be okay. So there's a difference between a soft inquiry and a hard inquiry.
Yeah, let us know what that is.
So basically, I know a lot about hard inquiries. Hard inquiries are those, you know, the credit check you get when you're getting an apartment, the credit check you get when you're getting a car, when you're getting a credit card. That's the thing, is those things basically are saying you're in the need of credit. That's fine, but if you show your credit bureau that you're in the need of credit multiple times a year, that makes it seem like like you're desperate for credit. So your credit score is actually going to tank, not because you did anything wrong, but just because you sought out credit multiple times. There are soft inquiries where sometimes someone just needs to check your credit score. Like, for example, if you have your identity stolen and the credit bureau needs to do a credit check just to make sure everything's legit, they're going to consider that a soft inquiry.
It says soft inquiries can occur without your permission, but don't worry, they won't affect your credit in any way.
Right.
So I guess the hard ones are the ones that bring your credit score down.
And the hard ones you usually know about. You're aware that it's happening.
Yeah.
So if you get I got a Banana Republic credit card on accident because I didn't realize it wasn't a store card. I thought it was just a store card. It was a credit card. So I got an inquiry. Those things do knock your credit down. And for you guys who aren't even focused on your credit right now and you know you're not building, it's like this is the time to build. You can get free credit scores. You just have to finesse your way into it, you know. So there's ways to do it. Please look online. I mean, there's literally millions of ways to get your credit score without paying. So check that out. And if you don't have credit cards and you don't have all that stuff, like just see what you can do. And it might be as simple as just like paying back a delinquency that you didn't know was there. And sometimes if you tell them the situation, like I had no idea about this, then they'll delete it, because I actually have had things deleted off my credit history, and that's what got my credit up.
Yeah, like addresses as well.
Right, fake addresses.
Like multiple addresses when you're in college will also affect your credit score.
Right.
Because it kind of looks like you're unstable, and then it's like all these different inquiries on your credit to get into these places that you lived at.
Exactly. So
you could ask them to take those off.
Right.
You could call the credit bureau and ask them to take that off of your record.
Yeah. So it's like, make sure to check your credit, because things can be going on and you don't even know about. You can be having your identity stolen and you have no idea about it. So please, I would love to hear people be like, I checked my credit after I heard this episode. Please check your credit, because that's how I found out some crazy stuff that was going on mine.
And don't keep your social security card in your wallet.
Yeah, please.
Because if your wallet gets stolen,
and
I've had
my identity compromised, so I guess it wasn't stolen, but I've had it compromised to where someone opened multiple credit cards. Even the credit card I have now, someone had tried to open that before, so it took a long time to get the one that I have approved. Yeah, so it's like, and I had no idea this was going on. So
can we not do that, people? Can we stop stealing shit?
Yeah, like, don't be a scammer, because why you gonna go to jail and like ruin your life? It's just stupid. Like,
and don't fall for these Instagram scams.
Yeah, a lot of and it's like, I mean, Instagram in general is just a scam, but it's like, you just make sure you check your credit, make sure you check your inquiries. You do want to have a credit score over 700. You know, you do want to have a revolving credit under at 7% is the best. And if you don't know a revolving credit, that means the money that you owe on your credit cards is 7% of the total credit that you have or below. Things like that.
Give an example.
Yeah. So say, for example, I have a credit card and my limit's $10,000 and I just have one credit card. That means that the most you need to have on your credit card as a balance is $700. Yes, it's going to go up. You do want to use your credit card because they do want to see that you're using it. It looks good if you're using it, but if you run it up, it looks bad.
Yeah, like run it up and pay it off.
Yeah, even student loans. Actually, the more student loan accounts you have on there, it lowers your credit. Not significantly.
I literally have one.
Yeah, see, it's like I have a ton because I'm still in school right now. So I'll
be getting another one.
Right. It's like, it's going to come back, and you want to so if you guys have any questions about credit, feel free to ask us. I'm still learning about credit.
Yeah, we'll learn with y'all.
Yeah.
Because I don't know a whole lot about credit. And then I don't really know a whole lot about money. I always say I know how to spend it. Right. But I'm working on learning how to save it and make it grow.
Yeah. And we're definitely in the era where people are faking online about how cool they are and how much money they have, and everyone's holding money.
Being fake money get rich phones. Quick schemes. Right. Quick money leaves fast.
Yes.
Quick money don't pay bills forever. And quick money will most likely get your ass in jail.
Like I posted the other day, it's like the elevator to success is broken. Take the stairs. So don't expect to get quick money, quick this, quick that. Make your money, enjoy your money, save your money, live broke, because that's what I did, and that's why Black Friday was so fun for me, because I've lived broke for so long that I was able to spend it on Black Friday. And I know that's just consumerism and they're just trying to take our money, but it's like I'm very proud to have my savings account where it is right now, my credit cards to where they are right now. Don't feel discouraged if you're still struggling, because me and Ashley were struggling last year. We're going to keep saying that we were struggling last year, and we finally got it together because we were just working. And so that's it for the credit portion. Also, check out the Acorn app. It's it's actually a stock app, and we'll talk about stocks on a later episode, but you're basically whatever amount of money you spend on any of your cards, it's going to round up to the next dollar and deposit that. So it's just an additional savings account. So just in a couple of months, I've saved like hundreds of dollars, and then they use a small percent of that and actually put that into stocks. And you can actually show them what type of portfolio you want. You can have a low risk portfolio. Low risk means you won't lose a lot of money.
Low risk, low yield.
Yeah, low risk, low return. So it's like you won't get a lot of money, but you won't lose a lot of money. High risk means you may lose a lot of money, but you might make a lot of money. Mine was at aggressively high, which is the highest, and I just moved it to moderately high.
Aggressively high,
because treasury bonds basically are zero risk bonds. So it's just a savings account. And I aggressively strong doesn't have treasury, and I wanted to have a little bit of treasury just for security.
Yeah, we gotta keep that back.
So check out the Acorn app. They also give you discounts on a ton of stuff that you guys use: Starbucks, Walmart, I didn't know that. iTunes. If you register through the app and do it, they'll give you discounts. And the Acorn app is really cool. I actually saw it from a black woman. I wish I remembered her name, but it's just a black woman trying to help.
One of my homies before you told me to get it. Told me to get it.
Yeah,
I always I take like 5 months to do anything you ask me to do. So I just got around to it.
Times will come, but Acorn app. If you guys want to save money on the side without looking at it, get the Acorn app. It's the business. Let's get into the mode of saving money, guys. Let's save because I do want to see y'all balling. Like when we get older, we want to all have big houses, big cars, and be balling out.
And we don't want everybody to keep living check to check.
Yeah, we don't want y'all to be like living fly now, having nice clothes, having jewelry, having grills and all this stuff, and then when we get older, people are still struggling. It's like let's just be broke now. Like
let's start acquiring property like other races do.
Right.
Because that's how you keep your wealth.
And we will talk about acquiring houses since me and Ashley are both trying to acquire a house within the next year. We'll talk about that on a future episode. So let's do a little quick commercial break and we'll be back, y'all. Hey guys, so I just wanted to give you an insight on a great website. This is where I get all of my hair, and my hair lasts me years. I've literally had some of their hair for like 4 years or over. It is laceexclusive.com. They spell it LACEXCLUSIVE.com. So there's no two E's, even though it's lace exclusive. They sell virgin Mongolian hair, Indian Remy hair, Burmese Remy hair, Brazilian Remy, European Remy, Malaysian Remy, Peruvian Remy, Filipino Remy. I ain't even seen this one before. So as you can tell, it's not a game. I've actually bought their Mongolian Remy, and I've bought their Brazilian Remy, and I have bought their Indian Remy a long time ago. It's very good quality, quick shipping. I live in California, so it actually shows up within 3 to 4 days of you ordering it. But depending on where you are, the shipping may be shorter or longer, but it's still very quick. They have lace closures, silk-based closures, lace frontals, pre-bonded hair, custom wigs, full lace wigs, and they have package deals. They also have accessories, hair care products, and hair appliances, and a little bit of apparel too. So make sure you hit up laceexclusive.com. Tell them that the Young and Gettin It podcast sent you, and let us know how the hair is, because I know it's going to be popping. All right, y'all, back to the regularly scheduled program.
All right, y'all, we back. So last week we did a short little segment on denial, and Nina and I had a thought, like, why don't we just do the 7 stages of grief? Because we know that, like, even though like y'all might not be like grieving over losing somebody, it's still grieving to be poor, grieving not to be where you're at yet, right? Like where you want to be at.
Grieving over a breakup.
Yeah, grieving over grades, because I definitely did that before. Yeah. So denial is like one of the first stages of grief, and I read online that it's not always linear, but Nina and I were talking before we started recording, and we're like, when we go through grief, it kind of follows the 7 stages line. So, sure, I think it's kind of valid.
We might as well go in order.
Exactly. And so the next one is pain and guilt. And I definitely had growing pains when I was poor, and definitely had guilt over, damn, I shouldn't have had that McDonald's. Like, even though it's very minimal, like it still happened. It still happens.
Imagine how much money we'd have right now if we didn't buy all of the dumb things we've bought in our lives. I would be balling.
If I didn't buy so much weed my freshman year of college.
If I didn't buy so much weed in general. Just in general.
Yeah, you need to slow your roll, homie.
We're probably gonna hit the clinic after this.
Oh God.
Yeah, let's just be honest.
If we keeping it real.
Okay. When keeping it real goes wrong.
But like Okay. All right. Let me get my life. But getting back to the topic at hand about pain and guilt, it's something that we carry, especially as African American people. We carry the pain and guilt of our ancestors. Some of our ties are closer than others. And I know one thing that Nina always says is like, stop being angry and just, you know, stop carrying the weight of your past on your shoulders and stop carrying that negativity.
Right.
Because it will really affect you in the long term in your life. And that's why we really advocate for mental health awareness, and we advocate for going on Talkspace or the many other methods out there where you can talk through your problems and get those problems out. And so I know one way that I deal with guilt is probably very unhealthy, because I still feel guilty about stuff from like a long time ago, and like I really have to switch my brain off to stop thinking about it. Like one of the things that I feel guilty about is really fucking trivial and stupid. Like I was in the 6th grade and I used to be in band. No, it's dumb as fuck. Like you're gonna laugh when you hear it. So I was in band and in the 6th grade, and I guess one day I forgot my cell phone or something, and my mom would always pick me up after practice because it would run late. And so I remember I called the house phone and nobody answered, and I was like, man, I don't know if my mom remembered to come pick me up. And like, you know how teachers would always trip about you using their phone? They're like, one phone call, what if my mom don't fucking answer?
Right.
Like, what am I supposed to do?
Right.
So my mom didn't answer the phone, and neither did my sister. She's usually home, but my dumb ass forgot it was minimum day for me, so my sister wasn't home yet. So I couldn't call my mom's cell phone, so I got on the late bus to go home, and I seen my mom's car outside waiting for me. And I was like, fuck no. And I like tried to tell the bus driver to stop
pull over,
the bus.
and he wouldn't.
Yeah. So my mom sat at the school.
My
mom sat at the school and waited for me like for a really long time. And then she finally came home, and I was home, and I was like, yeah, Mom, no, I'm sorry. Like I tried to call the house and nobody answered. I was like, I didn't know if you remembered to get me. And she's like, yeah, I sat out there and I waited and you weren't there. And I was like, damn, I feel guilty. Like,
yeah,
I don't know if she felt like I got kidnapped or what, but I wasted her time. She can't get that time back. Like, and I was really hurt over it, and it was like the stupidest thing. But like now I'm very nonchalant and relaxed, and like I kind of feel like that's kind of unhealthy too, because like I'd be like, I don't care about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, because we're both like that. We're like, dang, our emotions are just disappearing.
They're
like,
just fucked up.
They're just not there anymore. And it's like, that's something, because I'm definitely going to start using Talkspace soon too, just because I'm like, it's cheap and it's just amazing. And I
need to get in touch with being human.
Yeah, and
because I'm not right now.
And that's part of the reason why I want to use Talkspace, because it's like, I don't think I'm crazy or anything. I think that I need to just resolve things that because I've grown to really be able to resolve things for myself, but there's some things I cannot resolve for myself, and I need someone to help me put those pieces together and figure out why I'm thinking certain things. And I have friends who like will say things, and I'm like, oh, you know, like, oh, okay, that helped me like figure something out, but I haven't been able to fully grasp it. And I feel like if I'm 5 years away from my 30s and I want to get my life together and I want to have a family one day, I want to resolve these things before
I'm not
kids.
trying to raise no fucked up kids,
right?
Like,
and so what was the stage of denial that we were going to talk about
pain
today?
And guilt.
Pain and guilt. Yeah, it's like, I mean, pain and guilt is one of the first stages of like when something goes wrong, you know,
the pain, like when you feel it in your chest.
Yeah.
So I learned about the reason why you feel that pain in your chest, and it's like, duh, I should have known this. I studied neuroscience. So your vagus nerve is one of your cranial nerves, so aka the nerves closest to your brain. They come off your neck, and so the vagus nerves is one of the longest cranial nerves. Like that nerve runs from the top of, like, maybe like the base of your ear in your neck down to your heart and down to your stomach.
Gotcha.
So when you're feeling stressed out and you're feeling pain, your vagus nerve thinks that there's like actual like a physical response wrong with you. And that's why you hear it in your chest, because your vagus nerve controls digestion. It does your heart, your rhythm of your heart, like so that you feel your heart. So like when you feel that pain in your chest, it's your vagus nerve. Nothing's wrong with y'all.
You
want
to know a nasty sidetrack? We had a cadaver in my anatomy class, and so which was a cadaver, guys, is
a dead cat.
No, a dead person.
Dead cat person.
/ person.
Yeah.
And we had
dead whatever.
We had a human cadaver. That's what I should have said.
Yeah,
we had a human cadaver, an old 92-year-old woman, and we actually picked up her vagus nerve.
Yeah.
I know that's pretty gross, but I just wanted to say that because as soon as she said it, I was like, I remember grabbing that nerve and the veins that pass along with it. But anyway, yeah, that's cool. I didn't think about that. And the funny thing is, sometimes, have you ever been sitting in your car wherever and you feel that pain and you're like, wait, what am I upset about?
Your vagus nerve is
and
going
you have
off.
To think about what in the world are you upset about.
And that could even be anxiety, like, because I know I get anxious about a lot of things a lot of the time, like, and I really have to like sit there and try and like focus myself on calming down, because I get like certain sounds, like, because work makes me very anxious, and like that's one of the reasons I don't want the job anymore, is because how anxious I am. I'm like always on edge. So like when I hear that iPhone email message, I get anxiety. Like my cousin had her laptop on and the email message was going off, and I kept getting anxiety, and I was like, okay, look, I was like, you gonna have to mute your computer, because that gives me anxiety. And like she really turned it off for me, because like I was really sitting there, like my heart was like starting to beat fast, like I was all tense, and I was like, yeah, can you like turn that off?
Because I'm thinking that's me. Yeah, and it's like I've had to, like how we just talked about, we have no emotions. I've had to also build a mechanism, because pain and grief, it's like it's completely okay to deal with the pain, you know, like it's completely
you have
normal
to live through it,
right? But one thing I've always tried to remind myself is this pain that you're going through, you're only going through it. And I think someone taught me this first, and then I've started to use it, like even though you feel like, oh my god, the world is crashing down around me, only you feel that. So if you walk outside and look at everyone else, they're just like, hi, how you doing, what's going on? So just remember that it's just you. And I know that still sucks, but it's like, just remember that there's still good going on around you. And yeah, there's evil people in this world, we've all run into them, but it's like there's still just peace, fresh air, like, you know, walk outside, look at the sunlight,
find a coping mechanism.
And
I know for me the gym helps a lot.
Have you noticed that sunlight makes you feel better?
Your body reacts to it,
and
like, you need sunlight.
It's a chemical reaction.
Your circadian rhythm will be fucked up.
Okay.
Your emotions will be fucked up.
She says circadian rhythm.
Yeah.
What's that?
Sorry, taking y'all back. It's just your body's natural clock. So your pineal gland, aka your third eye, that is what does your sleep-wake cycle. So it's like if you're not, so anytime you close your eyes, your pineal gland starts telling your body to regulate melatonin. So for you to be tired.
Right.
So melatonin is the sleep hormone. So like if you're, like, you know how in prisons, how the light, the unnatural light fucks up people in jail. That's part of the reason people are crazy.
Fucked up, yeah.
Part of the reason.
Yeah.
So if you're not getting the right sunlight, sunlight, your body doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And your brain will literally start to be like, the wiring of your brain will be fucked up.
Man.
So
that's something.
It's important to get sunlight.
And
you know how like when you're depressed and going through that stage of depression, you just love having everything dark
and just
like
laying
sleeping,
in bed. Yeah,
you like laying
covers.
in bed. No. Snap out that, open your window, go outside, take a 5-minute walk. Like I always tell my brother this, like when he's telling me he's like feeling down, I'm like, go outside. I was like,
walk.
You need, like, if anything, go sit on your porch for a little bit, get out the house, like don't confine yourself to a space. And I know that's like one of the hardest parts, because when you have pain and guilt, depression follows along with it. So you have to be able to snap yourself out of it, and it takes a lot of mental work, and it's very hard, and it's hard to say that you need help, like, because I've had those moments where like I break down and like I'm crying a whole entire fucking day and I can't stop. So, you know, like my boyfriend helped me through that. Like we were broke up at this time too, like when I had a very bad like breakdown, and like he still helped me, and like so I was like,
that's why you guys are still together.
Yeah, I was like, I almost cried right now, but like that really like helped me, because it's like, have you seen those memes like where it's like, are you going I need a bae that's gonna stay around when I'm having a mental breakdown or something like that, or like, will you still love me when my depression hits? And it's like, will you really still love me when my depression hits? Because it comes, and like you can't predict it, like, and I can feel when it's about to happen. That's the crazy thing. Like I could feel when it's about to come, like you know when you wake up, like. So another thing is like, one of the main reasons people have not sleep disorders, mood disorders, is not getting the proper amount of sleep. That's one of the number one causes. So that one day Nina was tripping, I asked her, I was like, did you sleep well last night? You said no.
Nope.
And I was like, okay. I was like, that's why you feel like this. So it's like, I can tell when that's happening, because I'll go to sleep and I'll wake up without an alarm clock at the crack of fucking dawn, and I will not feel like I slept at all. And so I'm like, okay, shit's about to get bad.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to notice and recognize your triggers so that you can start to cope with them and get through them.
Yeah, like, and we want to always reiterate that having these feelings of grief are very normal.
Yes.
Like, don't feel like you're a crazy person, and obviously, like, use that opportunity to talk to your friends. Like, maybe you just need to get outside. Even yesterday, like, I just felt like crap yesterday. Like, I kind of know why, but I was telling my friend, I was like, it's like a million reasons. Like, when I actually started breaking it down, I was like, wow, I feel crap. It just all came at one day. I don't know, but
and that's what it's like a floodgate. It's like you get to this certain limit and then it comes boiling over.
Yeah, and thank God it was Black Friday, because I used shopping to make myself feel better. And I'm not saying
that's why Amazon gets an order every week,
right? And I'm not saying you should do that.
Don't do it.
Like I said earlier in the show, I saved for a year for Black Friday, but luckily I was able to spend my money. And then I wanted to stay in bed, but my cousins are in town, so I got up against my will, because my body was saying stay in bed, and did my makeup, went and took my cousins out to get ice cream, and like we went and just did a whole bunch of fun stuff, took family pictures and stuff like that. So it's like sometimes you just need to get up, and I can tell you, I understand that you will feel like crap while you're doing it. Like you will feel like crap in the moment, but it's like getting up does a lot for you, because I've had moments where I stayed in bed and just stayed there. So it's like when you're in pain, or when you're grieving, especially grieving a loss, or grieving losing a job, or grieving like stuff like that, it makes sense to get sad for a little bit, but also try to find little mechanisms to get up. Maybe just stand outside, because I'm telling you, when you see the sunlight, it
really helps you feel better. Like just go outside and breathe deeply.
Yeah, it does.
And that's why I like yoga too, because that really, like, I notice a difference in myself when I don't do yoga. Like when I don't do yoga, I have more depressive episodes. Like when I do yoga, I feel better.
Or like when you don't go to the gym for a while, like I just like, if I felt so refreshed after going to the gym, and I haven't gone in a while just because school, and it's about to be finals week, so man, pray for me, y'all.
Just breathe deep, girl.
Just pray
breathe
for me,
deep,
guys.
because you hold your stress in your body as well.
And
like,
it's like,
you know, when you're like depressed and you get the body aches, you're like, why is my body hurting? Yeah.
And you know, a ton of people are actually about to go through finals right now, so I think this is a good time for you guys to like practice going outside, doing things, maybe taking a walk. Ashley will tell me sometimes, like, get up and walk, and I'm like, girl, I have no time to walk.
And I'm like, you need to make time. Like, because you need it.
Yeah.
The longer you sit there and you study, the more depressed you're gonna be.
Yeah.
And if you don't take that break to recenter yourself,
you probably won't even remember what you studied.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But yeah, I think that's my opinion when it comes to grief. Like, grief is something that's natural. It's something that happens. And the beautiful thing that I love about grief is, like I always say, in a year from now, you'll look back at that and be like, wow.
Like, I made it.
Yeah, I made it.
You'll have something to be proud of.
You'll either say, I made it and I'm so glad I got through it, and truly time does heal everything. Or you'll say, that feeling was really irrelevant.
Yeah.
You'll be like,
like, damn, why was I even sad about this?
Wow, why am I tripping?
And that's the thing about growth. Like, it hurts.
Right.
If you're comfortable, you're not growing. And like when Nina and I started this podcast, definitely wasn't comfortable with it.
Yeah.
It's like, people are going to have to know about my life. They're going to know everything about me damn near. Like, I'm not comfortable with it. But if I'm not comfortable, that means I'm growing.
Right.
So I'm fine with it.
And it's like, I'd rather put out like my personal business to help other people. I was just thinking yesterday, I was like, if we get to the point where we can actually like make an impact, the first thing I want to do is charity, and mostly focus on like Black girls and teaching them.
A nonprofit. Like, I've gotten the books and I've been reading up on nonprofits for like a few years, because I want a nonprofit for African American mental health, because I feel like it's not addressed. I feel like it's something that's always swept under the rug, because we're supposed to be so strong.
Right.
And it's like, you can be strong and vulnerable at the same time. Most people think that the two are mutually inclusive, and they are.
Yeah. And it's like, I just want to help little Black girls, because all the Black women that are listening, like, you understand that when we were little, we were perming our hair and thought our hair needed to be long and straight. Didn't realize our curls
afraid of the sun.
Didn't realize our curls were beautiful. Afraid of the sun. Afraid of getting a tan.
I love getting a tan
now I'm chocolated, and
I love it.
When my legs get yellow, I'm like, I need to go tan.
Right? I'm like, it's been 1 month of winter and I'm yellow already. Like, I need the sun to come back so I could be a bronze goddess again.
We were both talking about, like, we need to go get that Fenty, like, and just Rihanna hook us up
right?
Because
my makeup makeup is wrong now.
My makeup does not match anymore. But it's like, you know, stuff like that, like making black girls really love themselves.
Oh, loving your skin. Speaking of makeup, being comfortable without it.
And not being, because we are also in the generation where black men are using women as the backup and the last resort. And also like not settling for a black man who's settling for you. Yeah. So that's kind of like, and obviously I personally, I'm down for everyone to marry everyone. Like that's
Me too. That's I'm down for it as long as it's out of love and respect and not out of fetishization. Is that a word?
Or just because you couldn't find anyone better, so you settled. I don't like that at all.
Or because you want to be controlling, and like that's one thing. Like some interracial relationships I don't like, because I feel like the black man feels like he can control or has more power over the
they
other
be saying
race.
that.
Yeah,
like they'll be saying like it's like some of it just sounds so racist, so I hate saying it, but it's like they'll be like, oh well, if you're with a Mexican girl, she'll stay with you no matter what.
Yep, she'll cook and clean for you and all that.
And if you cheat on her, she'll probably still work it out with you. And I've seen girls do
I don't
that.
like that.
And then they'll be like, oh, if you're a white, if you're with an Asian girl, like she'll be submissive to you. If you're with a white girl, she won't step up to you. But if you're with a black girl, she's gonna always step up to you and talk back to you and It's like, I'm gonna talk back to you if you need to be talked back to.
Exactly.
I'm not finna talk back to you for no reason.
If you're disrespecting me,
don't disrespect me.
I'm gonna get my respect, or I'm gonna leave you the fuck alone.
Right. So
I don't like disrespect.
So that's kind of the charity that we want to do, and it's funny because it's like those charity ideas have come from the issues that we've gone through. When Ashley talks about mental health, it's because we've had mental health issues. When I talk about black girls, you know, loving themselves, it's because we were black girls did not love ourselves, and it's like we do now.
Oh yeah,
I sure do.
I definitely used to hate my hair.
Yeah, it's like, well, I just was around the wrong people, so it's like when you're young, you're really impressionable, so it's like you actually start to believe the things people are saying to you. And then I grew up and I was like, wow, I actually don't believe anything any of y'all were saying, and I wish I never spent any time around
like
y'all.
We were just saying, all the people that used to talk shit, look at them now.
Like, y'all know, all the people who got bullied, look at your bullies now.
Yeah, look at them, see where they at, see what they look like.
Like, there's no reason to be sad. So even if you're still, because I can understand childhood trauma is what bases like your growth as an adult. So if you look at your childhood trauma and something that was bullying, yes, it's gonna form your personality a little bit, but really look at where they are now and realize that literally all of that was irrelevant. I remember I was telling your cousins when I was at your house, the ones that are still in high school, I was like, y'all don't know this now, but I was like, high school is really irrelevant when you get our age. Like, it's very, very relevant. Like, the most popular people from our high school, one just got out of prison and the other one was a stripper and has a baby. And not saying having a baby is bad, but it's I don't want kids right now.
Yeah, I would like to be in a stable environment before I have children.
I would like to have. I want my net worth to be over $50,000 before I have a child, and that's little if you think about it. Like, I want to be over $50,000. I want to have my own house. I want to have my second car also. Yes, because my car right now is gonna have a shit ton of miles. I just got a
Maserati yesterday. That's gonna be my next car, guys. Yeah, speaking it into existence. I'm getting a Mazzy.
It's like, and so those are just the things we want. Not downing all the people who decided to have children first. It's just just
keep doing your thing. I
barely afford myself, so
I can't even be responsible for myself, so I know I can't be fucking responsible for a child.
Like, I said if my dog bit my Michael Kors purse, I'm putting him on Craigslist. Like, I can't.
Bradley might as well be up on Craigslist right now.
Oh man, he bit my freaking Nike hat, but luckily he didn't destroy it. But if he touches a Michael Kors purse, he's going on it. He's not even microchipped. I'm just gonna put him out the front door and just close the door until everyone just to leave him.
Don't be one of Pete. They're gonna call Peter on you right now.
I'm just kidding, y'all. Bradley's my nigga though.
Yeah,
that's my nigga.
Thank you guys for joining us again.
Yes, thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thanks for sticking around for the deep real talk. Yeah, it's uncomfortable to talk about these things,
but it's necessary.
Yeah, so we appreciate feedback. We appreciate hearing back from you. We appreciate you guys relating with us. So if you can, and if you will, please hit us up at our email, ashleyandninapod@gmail.com.
Let us know your opinions, your thoughts, your questions, and feel free to critique us, because we are a new podcast, so we do want to know little things that we might be doing that are wrong or weird or anything.
Something you don't like.
Yeah, and we may or may not change it.
Yeah, but not saying I'm going to listen.
We just want to know.
I want to hear your opinion. Yeah, I'm open to hearing.
Yeah, and we appreciate you guys for listening too, because we do see our listens and we're super proud of where we are right now, because we
appreciate the support, especially from all my UCR fam. I know. I love y'all.
I know, it's like, you know how good of a feeling it is when someone messages you like, oh, I listen to your podcast. Yeah. And I don't get offended when people say, oh, I haven't heard it yet, because it's like, it's fine. We want to build content content. We want to give you guys like, okay, when we're at like 50 episodes, they can actually be like, hey, I want to hear this episode about denial. Oh, I want to hear this episode about stocks. You know, we want you guys to be able to pick and choose what episodes you want to listen to and take your time and like grow with us, because we're growing right now. And like we said, we ain't going nowhere. Every Monday, be on the lookout. We drop on iTunes, SoundCloud, Pocket Cast, Stitcher, and Google Play.
Else? I'm like everything. We also have our website, www.weareyagip.com. You can check us out there. You can check us out on Instagram and Twitter at YAGI_podcast. You can also check us out on Facebook, the Young and Gettin It podcast. Remember, getting, not getting.
We're getting, not getting. You're right. You know? We're getting, because we're black.
Yeah, we got to make it ethnic for y'all,
man. Yes, that's all our social media. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for continuing to listen. We love y'all.
Please like, subscribe, comment.
Yes,
give us ratings.
Leave a review on iTunes, and please subscribe. You know, we want to make sure that we're making an impact on you, so we want to hear your reviews. You know. We love y'all.
Love y'all. See y'all next week on Monday. Be on the lookout.
All
right.
Peace.